I will go to questions in the queue. We'll start with Councillor Sharp.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe I'll direct them at city. I was about to call you city manager, but the CAO, and you can delegate. So I have a couple of questions about what was presented today. Process-ish related, I think, why did administration narrow down the list of operating expenditures to try to keep the tax increase low?
I can start, and then perhaps it's a good question. We have been working for 8 months together, and so the list does start with an exploration of the types of things that, you know, would suit, things that actually make life better every day for Calgarians. And so we went through a ranking process, and we went through a presentation of all of the items to come up with the items that we have here today that we felt was the highest and best value for the recommendations.
Okay. Just a couple things that were said during the presentation today. Do we not find it a little counterintuitive that we all sat here 2 months ago to listen to Calgarians about housing and affordability, and now we're looking at endorsing this full list of recommendations that present bold solutions? What exactly are we solving?
So, Councillor Sharp, a couple things. So we spent, as Ms. Mail pointed out, almost 8 months working with council. During that period of time, we consulted with Calgarians to determine what was important to them, and they've identified their priorities. We've also seen, as Ms. Mail pointed out, you know, there's almost a 50-50 split of residents that would like to see taxes or rates stay the same or slightly drop, or those that would prefer an increase at the rate of inflation to increase services. So it's like a 50-50 split. At the end of the day, as Ms. Mail pointed out, we worked really hard over the last 5 to 10 years to keep costs down as low as possible. If you look at our comparator cities across the country, I don't know anyone that's done quite what we're doing today. So it's this balance between maintaining affordability and at the same time delivering what we're hearing from Calgarians. Three, as Mr. Dalglish pointed out, housing affordability, transit, and public safety are on top of mind of Calgarians, and that's why we're putting forward the recommendations that we've worked with council with over the last 8 months forward today. And I understand you have a job, and I'm not going to get debate, we'll wait for that later, but I appreciate the answers to my questions. The other thing is administration, you brought forward the report, 7.8 increase to residential taxpayers. Do you feel that is actually responding to Calgarians' needs when we use the terms today that this will help, you know, with mental health and, you know, solving mental health issues? I think Calgarians listening in today might think the opposite. How are you going to answer those questions? So, Councillor Sharp, again, if I think about the issues that Mr. Dalglish pointed out, what Calgarians are saying, the investment packages that we've been working with council on over the last 8 years reflect improvements there. People will feel safer. They'll feel safer in transit. We're working on implementation of our housing strategy. Those are the things that Calgarians are asking for. The difficult decision really is with council to make that balance about what you're hearing around affordability and hearing around investments. It's very difficult.
Thank you. My last question is actually a procedural question. I'm not sure who can answer this. Why do we wait till today for the public to see this report when council gets it a week ago? Is there a reason for this being held confidential? Because there is nothing in here that's confidential. So can I get an answer to that question?
I'll take the first stab at it, and maybe I'll look to Ms. Mail to help out. So it's the way we've done it in the past. However, this year, we had the investment packages available 2 months in advance. Also this year, we worked with council since January to help council understand and work together what potential investments could there be. So this year, unlike last year's, Calgarians have seen what's been proposed 2 months in advance. Historically, I believe we just keep this information with council administration so that we have this conversation and then we release it to the public.
Okay, I think what I'm saying is that the actual full document was given to council a week ago in confidential. I understand we gave the city information on our investments, but there were no numbers to that. I think we're doing Calgarians a disservice by saying we're being transparent, but then the whole document's held confidentially, and then at 9:30 it's public. I think expect a motion arising from myself or maybe my colleagues, because we can do better as we want to talk a little bit about serving the needs of Calgarians. We're using that lingo. Serving the needs of Calgarians is giving them the heads up. So
Happy to
leave that
work with
there.
council for anything that you'd like to see administration do.
Thank you. That's it for me.